Detroit Pistons star Cade Cunningham is going to miss an extended period of time. And that sucks. But they made the playoffs. So that's good. But they could also lose their spot in the division. So that's bad. But,
well, he's MVP caliber player.
yeah,
And to lose him during a playoff run is terrible.
We have 2 MVP caliber players.
I know, but you don't want to lose either one of them. And it really sucks when we got the news. Now, I heard that it was a minor collapse lung. I don't know how a collapse lung is minor, but that's what I heard on one of the talk shows a little bit when it first broke. But you said Shams reported that that he's expected to miss an extended period of time. But that's all as of right now that we know. So, yeah. Devastating news potentially for Detroit, but we are in the playoffs, so they can at least let their main roster kind of sit back and chill a little bit and not go, all out and potentially get another injury. So hopefully we got good news for him and he's not out for the entire playoff, because what I heard was he might be back for the end of the playoffs, but I don't know how true that is, and that was a few days ago as of this recording, so I'm sure it's changed again, but collapsed lung is never. It just doesn't sound good. Period. No matter how you swing it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of other news to talk about, but I think we'll just jump right into the main show. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Welcome, sports fans, to Everything Sports with Bill and Will, and we're back. We took a week hiatus. We had just logistically, we had a lot of stuff going on last week, so we did not get to record, but thank you for joining us this week.
Let's see.
Well, we talked about in the cold open, we already talked about Cade Cunningham. We're going to talk more about the Pistons later, so I think right now we'll jump into some MLB news. If you want to start it off.
Yeah. Atlanta Braves outfielder Jerickson Profar will miss the entire 2026 season after his appeal of a positive PED test was resolved. He will serve a 162-game suspension for testing positive for the second time and will be ineligible for the postseason.
Yeah, tough break for Atlanta. It sucks all around that they know it's cheating now. It's considered cheating. And they're still doing it. So, not cool. But, it sucks for him, too, kind of. I mean, because at one time, performance, stuff like that, steroids, it was all legal. But it's been illegal now for quite some time. And to still get popped for it's pretty bad. But I don't know. What do you think?
No, yeah, same thing. Yeah, it's just... He went through this last year. Like, I don't really know. It's just more like annoying than anything.
It is. Well, it's bad for his team because they're going to miss his whatever.
He was really fucking good. Well, he was also juicing, but still.
Yeah. Helps when you're juicing.
He's a starter.
And moving on, former Detroit Tiger Julio Teheran officially announced his retirement from baseball.
Yeah. And this one just annoyed me because the Pirates suck, but they sent down the number 1 prospect in baseball. And I had a fucking thing all written out that he would have been the first since Ken Griffey Jr. to be called up on opening day as the number 1 prospect. And now I can't fucking use it because they didn't put him on the opening day roster.
Sorry, dude. His name is Griffin. Griffey? No?
No, fuck him. Connor Griffin, fuck
him. Okay.
He wasn't good enough. Well, actually, the Pirates are just stupid. He was probably good enough. I haven't looked at the numbers yet. Because they did send down a guy that was batting .400, which is crazy.
Yep. And are you done, or you want to badmouth him some more?
I wasn't badmouthing him. I was just letting off steam.
Okay, good. Well, moving on. The Mets have informed Craig Kimbrell that he will not be a member of their bullpen come opening day.
As bullshit. He's one of the best closers of all time. that pisses me off. He's one of the top, 7 or something in saves. I can't remember exactly where he's at, but he has like 400 saves.
I had nothing to do with it, so sorry.
It's bullshit. The Mets fucking suck.
You seem to have anger issues, dude.
Well, no, the Mets just do suck.
Well,
They
yeah,
got
but
rid of their
still.
entire team.
You want to talk some WBC stuff?
In a moment. Okay, we're going to go over to the WBC now. The Dominican Republic was robbed of a chance to play in the WBC championship because of an egregious strike three call that was clearly a ball and was never even really close to a strike, and they lost 2-1. Yeah, it sucked. Jeff Passan tweeted immediately, "A game cannot end like that," and yeah, it was a one-run game.
And no automatic balls and strikes for this tournament. So.
Yeah, it sucked.
Yep, so they lose. Yeah, and really? Venezuela has beaten America in a thrilling game that lived up to the hype and with that win, Miguel Cabrera, who was a coach, finally got his WBC championship. He was the only player to play in the World Baseball Classic in each of the first 5 tournaments for Venezuela. In the 6th WBC, Venezuela finally won it all. As a member of the coaching staff, Cabrera got a gold medal.
Yeah, the game was pretty cool, even though the U.S. really sucked through it. Through the first 7 innings, Team USA had 2 hits and hadn't gotten a runner past first. Bryce Harper would end up tying the game with a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 8th. And in the next half inning, after a leadoff walk by Garrett Whitlock, Javier Sonia stolen base, and a Gino Suarez doubled into the left center field gap that put Venezuela ahead 3-2 in the top of the 9th, and they would hold on to win by that score.
And still the only manager to lead USA to a World Baseball Classic title is
Jim Leyland,
former Detroit Tiger and I would say legend Jim Leyland. So
my goat.
Yeah, Jim was such an awesome manager. I remember when he did interviews, God, he was kind of a little bit redneckish, but he would have his shoes off with his feet up on the desk, eating fried chicken. And they had to keep reminding him to not swear during the live interview. But it was awesome. He was just being Jim, he was being himself and hanging out. I loved his interviews were always golden. I love the guy. Miss him in Detroit, although he still can't. I think he's part of the organization still, but you just don't see him. And he's not managing the team, which sucks. But I think we're still doing pretty good. We got a good shot at it this year.
And we have another World Series manager managing us.
Yep. What I can't wait for is, obviously opening day is going to be huge, but I can't wait for the home opener or for the home game that Verlander comes out and he's pitching at home for the first time. The place is going to go nuts.
Yeah.
I thought originally he had the first home opener, but it's not. He's out of state. You said what, for Diamondbacks?
Yeah.
Forget the Diamondbacks. But yeah, when Verlander, Tigers come back home and Verlander's on the mound, the place is going to go nuts.
And lastly, for the WBC, Michael Garcia is the WBC MVP for Venezuela.
All right. All right, moving on, we got some free agent signings. Phillies and left-handed pitcher Christopher Sanchez have agreed to terms on a new 6-year contract that begins in 2027 and will run through 2032 with a club option for 33, maybe, potentially. Who knows?
Yeah, and
we'll see.
Jesus Luzardo and the Phillies have agreed to a 5-year, $135 million contract extension.
Yes, sir. And we've got a couple injuries. Unfortunately, Hunter Green has undergone surgery to remove bone chips from his right elbow. He will be out at least until July, and that just sounds painful.
Yeah, it sucks. He's really freaking good. I think he's the best pitcher on the Reds.
Well, I'm not there.
Shut up. And Kyle Stowers will miss 3 to 4 weeks with a grade 1 hamstring strain.
Hey, sports fans, if you live in Michigan, then you are no stranger to cold winters and hot summers. And this winter has been especially brutal, with your home taking the brunt of that abusive weather. If your home is not insulated properly, then your wallet feels that pain as well. That's where the team at Ace and Sons Insulation can help. With over 45 years experience, they are the leading experts in all things insulation. From your basement to your attic and your exterior walls, Ace and Sons can help make your house warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. Ace uses the latest in infrared technology to ensure your house is properly insulated, and they are now teamed with Excel Home Improvement. Excel offers roofing, siding, and gutters, and now insulation, and they have over 60 years in business. So give either team a call for your housing needs. Ace is 888-500-4223, or contact Excel Home Improvement at 734-390-4727. All right, well, we got a lot of NFL news, too, to jump into, so we might as well just start. Former Detroit Lion Darius Slay has retired from the NFL after 13 seasons.
Yeah. He got a ring with, I think, the Eagles.
Wasn't with us, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. Well, of course. But, yeah, I really liked him. I was really hoping they could get him again this year, but, of course, he's retiring.
Well, in 13 years, though, for an NFL, it's not a bad career. Yeah. A lot of them don't make it half, even a little bit of that. It's a grueling sport.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're just going to go through these releases that have happened. The Titans have released cornerback L'Jarius Sneed.
And the Broncos released linebacker Dre Greenlaw.
And the Dolphins released Tua, which I find really funny.
Yep. And Ravens have backed. I'm sure you're going to have a lot to say about this, but Ravens backed out of Max Crosby's contract while, in your words, gaslighting him into believing his injury was worse than he was told by doctors. Which
that was
his
words. That was his words.
Oh, well, it's pure bullshit too. They should. Yeah. We talked about that before we started recording, or yesterday. I don't remember, but
yesterday.
Days are running together, but yeah, that's just a load of crap that they did that to him. If that's indeed what happened, then it's a load of crap.
And
you got no more on that?
I mean, I've said a lot on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, check us out on Twitter, folks, or Instagram, or Facebook,
or YouTube, or any of the other ones that we have, because I can't remember them. TikTok, and
yes,
Threads, Blue Sky. Where's the other one?
Are we on that? I didn't even know we're on that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just here for the party.
See. Going into off-season news, the Ravens, after backing out of that trade, or that...
It's all off-season. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, backing out of the contract. No, I was trying to figure out what. After they backed out of the deal with Max Crosby, they went and signed defensive end Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year, $112 million deal. And Bengals fans are pissed. And I would be too, because he is their best defensive player, has been the reason they've been even close to the playoffs, because their defense is terrible. Yeah, I don't get why they didn't just pay him.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Shut up.
Eagles tight end Dallas Goedert agreed to terms on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, won a Super Bowl with them. And speaking of the Eagles, they signed Marquise Hollywood Brown to a 1-year deal worth up to $6.5 million.
Not too bad. Panthers have agreed to terms on a deal with running back A.J. Dillon.
Yeah. I really like A.J. Dillon. But we got another good running back we'll talk about later. The Packers and defensive tackle Jonathan Hargrave agreed to a 2-year, $23 million deal.
Yep, and we got a few 49ers have signed wide receiver Mike Evans to a 3-year deal.
And they also signed linebacker Drake Greenlaw to a 1-year, $7.5 million deal.
Yep, and Christian Kirk has signed with the 49ers, so congrats to him.
Yep. The Vikings have also signed Kyler Murray to a 1-year deal after he was released by the Cardinals.
Yep, and the Vikings re-signed quarterback Carson Wentz to a one-year deal.
Yep. And the Patriots signed a few players. They signed Romeo Dobbs to a 4-year deal worth around $70 million. They also signed safety Kevin Byard to a 1-year, $9 million deal. And they also signed Draymond Jones to a 3-year, $39.5 million deal.
Yep. Seahawks have a couple too. They've re-signed wide receiver Rashid Shaheed.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, folks, losing my place. There's a lot here to talk about. And Seahawks are also signing running back Emmanuel Wilson to a 1-year deal worth up to $2.1 million.
Yep, and the Bills signed defensive back C.J. Gardner-Johnson to a 1-year deal worth $6 million.
And Kenneth Walker III is signing with the Chiefs on a 3-year, $45 million max deal with $28.7 million guaranteed, fully guaranteed. So wow, that's some good numbers.
Yeah, he's the guy that won the Super Bowl MVP. And the Panthers signed tackle Rashid Walker to a 1-year deal.
And the Chiefs and wide receiver Tyquan Thornton agree on a 2-year, $11 million deal with a max value of $14 million. Not too shabby.
Yep. The Browns signed linebacker Quincy Williams to a 2-year, $13 million deal with $9 million guaranteed.
Yep. And our Detroit Lions have signed running back Isaiah Pacheco.
Yeah, as I mentioned, I really like him.
Lions have also signed center Cade Mays and quarterback Teddy Bridgewater.
Yep. I really like Teddy. He's really freaking good. And great backup for Goff. And the Giants made a couple signings. They signed fullback Patrick Ricard. They signed linebacker Tremaine Edmonds to a 3-year, $36 million deal with $23.7 fully guaranteed. And then they signed tight end Isaiah Likely from the Ravens on a 3-year, $40 million deal.
And the Raiders have signed linebacker Nakobe Dean to a 3-year, $36 million deal. Again, $20 million guaranteed.
And the Falcons have signed former Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa to a 1-year deal.
And Broncos are re-signing running back J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, I really like J.K. He's awesome. The Commanders are signing offensive tackle Laramie Tunsil to a 2-year, $60.2 million extension. And they have also signed Lions cornerback Amik Robertson on a 2-year deal for $16 million with $9.3 guaranteed.
That's right, Bob. And the Texans and safety Reed Blankenship agree to a 3-year, $24.75 million deal. Big coin.
Yeah, they took him from the Eagles.
Yeah.
The Cardinals have agreed to a 2-year deal with former Patriots wide receiver Kendrick Bourne with a max value of $12 million if he hits certain things.
And the Buccaneers made a few moves by signing running back Kenneth Gainwell to a 2-year, $14 million deal. And they agreed to terms with linebacker Alex Anzalone on a 2-year, $17 million deal.
Yeah, so another Lions player that is gone.
Well, yeah, former
Our
Lion,
defense
yeah.
is being killed.
Yep.
And the Dolphins have signed quarterback Malik Willis to a 3-year, $67.5 million deal with $45 million guaranteed.
And Steelers and cornerback Jamel Dean have agreed on a 3-year, $36.75 million deal. Some big money contracts. Steelers have also signed wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr. to a 3-year, $59 million extension after a trade with the Colts. Steelers defensive lineman Cam Hayward agree on a new 2-year, $32.25 million extension with $16.25 fully guaranteed.
And the Colts have made a couple of moves. They finalized an a 2-year, $88 million deal with Daniel Jones that is worth up to $100 million with incentives. They also agree to terms with wide receiver Alec Pierce on a 4-year, $114 million contract extension.
Yes, sir. And the Bills have agreed to terms with tight end Dawson Knox on a 3-year extension.
And the Rams traded for Chiefs cornerback Trent McDuffie. And with that deal, they agreed to terms on a 4-year, $124 million contract extension, making him the highest paid cornerback at $31 million per year.
The Dolphins trade safety Minka Fitzpatrick to the Jets in exchange for a 2026 7th-round pick. The Jets have also signed Minka to a 3-year, $40 million extension as part of the deal. So I think he's going to make out pretty damn good.
Yeah. And the Jets have also traded for quarterback Jacob Fields, or have also traded Jesus Christ. The Jets have also traded quarterback Jacob Fields to the Chiefs.
And the Eagles have traded cornerback Andy Dalton from the Panthers for a 2027 7th-round pick.
And the Falcons trade safety Sidney Brown from the Eagles for a pick swap.
And last but not least, the Packers trade Eagles rusher Rashawn Gray to the Cowboys.
Yep. That is basically all the big moves of the offseason so far.
Well, that's a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
So, moving on to the NBA, folks. Some interesting stuff going on there. Hey, sports fans, if you're in the great state of Michigan and you're in need of roofing, siding, gutters, or insulation, there's only one place to call. And that place is Excel Home Improvement out of Romulus. With over 60 years in business, they are third-generation, family-owned, and veteran-operated. They manufacture their own gutters and trim, so they're able to keep costs low while providing superior quality with unmatched service. They cover all of southeastern Michigan, including as far north as Bay City, all the way down to Monroe, and from Lansing to Port Huron. So give them a call today. That's Excel Home Improvement, 734-941-2800.
And Chicago Bulls player and 2-time gold medalist Bam Adebayo dropped 83 points against the Washington Wizards, putting him second for the most points in a single game in NBA history, only behind the legendary Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game from 1962. He also broke the record for the most free throws made in a single game in NBA history at 36. The previous was 28.
He didn't just break it. He blew that record out of the freaking water, man. And there was some controversy over it because he had so many free throws. Well, for one, quit fouling the guy.
Real.
But even if they're calling some stuff the refs shouldn't have been calling, and he got a lot of extra free throws. It's 83 friggin' points. That's that's a single game by itself. He scored enough, almost for some basketball games.
I've seen teams score that all by themselves. Yeah. I've seen that.
To do it by his freaking self and an entire team. I mean, and 100 points is just friggin' impressive.
I don't think that'll ever happen. It might, but
83 points in one game. I don't care how you did it. He did it. And hell, you got Shaq up there with that many opportunities of free throws. Shaq was not a great free throw guy early in his career. He was known for, in fact, he got a lot of criticism for missing the free. I think he got better late in his career, but he had a reputation for missing the free throws. This guy got 36 freaking points that nobody else in history's ever done. No matter what you say, that was an impressive friggin' game. Mm-hmm. So congrats to him. I just like seeing history made, and I mean,
he passed Kobe.
Passed another GOAT. Yeah. Kobe with legendary
status.
This list
is crazy. It goes Wilt Chamberlain with 100, Bam with 83,
and
Kobe with 81. Will. And he's in the top 10 like half of the time.
But that's why he's one of the top scorers of all time.
He's literally in the top 10 50% of the time.
Yep. And speaking of records, we got LeBron James became the NBA's all-time leader in games played at 1,612 and counting.
Yeah. They showed all the records that he has for the regular season. He's like within the top 5 or 6 within every single one.
Yeah, and then
Most of them are number 1.
yep, and then well, I'll let you do this one, but when
Yeah.
we're talking about all-time scorers, Luka's on that list too, but I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, he is tied for 5th on the list with 73 with Wilt,
Pretty damn
David
impressive. Good Lord.
and David Thompson. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Luka just put up another really big point scoring game. He scored 60, and LeBron had a triple double. He had 19 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists. They're the first teammates with a 60-point game and a triple double since Wilt Chamberlain and his teammate Elgin Baylor had a 66-point game. And Baylor had 23 points, 16 rebounds, and 13 assists in 1969.
Yep, and Luka also became the 5th player in NBA history to average 40 points per game over an 8-game win streak, joining Wilt, Michael Jordan, Baylor, and Harden. So, man,
Yeah.
we got some great players in the game right now. We really do. But it was funny because right before when we paused the recording for a minute, we were watching highlights because it was pretty damn cool of Bam, and they were talking that who was it? It was Shaq and Charles Barkley were talking. They said that they would have guy throws a free throw or does a 3-point shot when they're up that much, they would have took him out. They would have put him into the seats.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to see the old school guys talking, but they were giving him some respect too. But man, we got some exciting players right now. MJ's still my favorite, but okay, moving on. Go ahead. Just threw that out.
He is still a GOAT. And during LA's now 9-game winning streak, that's what it's at to up to time of recording, Luka has averaged 40 points per game, 8.4 rebounds per game, and 7.4 assists per game. He joins who else but Wilt Chamberlain as the only player in NBA history to average 40 points per game over a 9-game winning streak.
And hell, this could be the Luka show, actually, because Luka is also the first player in NBA history to score 30-plus points in 9 straight games while winning all 9.
Yeah, crazy.
We've got more Luka news.
And lastly, Luka will also face a 1-game suspension after receiving his 16th technical foul of the season. Doncic will miss the game against the Detroit Pistons.
That's probably good for us.
Either today or tomorrow.
Good for us, bad for him. But really, I mean, come on. The guy...
I am kind of okay with it just because Cade's down, so we can see what our seconds and thirds... We can see what the whole team would look like if we played each other later on in
But
the playoffs.
we're playing without Luka, though, so it's not really...
Well, he's their best player, and Cade is our best player, so they're them
That's
both
true,
out
I guess,
kind
but
of balances.
Yeah, but it'd be not... Well, we'll see how it goes, but I'm hoping Detroit wins because they're going to be tough to beat with or without Luka. I mean, with them, obviously, a lot worse, but good Lord. And then moving on from Luka, we got Kevin Durant has moved ahead of Michael Jordan for 5th on the NBA's all-time scoring list with 32,293 points. So good for him, and that's a big name to surpass.
Yeah, and he also tied Jordan for the most 25-point games in NBA history that same night.
That is correct, Bob.
Bob. The Pistons are also playoff bound, and we talked a little bit about that earlier.
Yeah, wrong one. Awesome for the Pistons. So and they're back-to-back playoffs too.
Yep. I thought it was 2002, but it was the first time since 2008 and
when they won the championship in 07 or something.
07, 08.
06, yeah. Yep. And we've already talked about some injuries here, but we already mentioned Cade Cunningham is being diagnosed with a collapsed lung. Well, we mentioned it in the cold open, so we'll mention it again. But he's diagnosed with a collapsed lung and is expected to miss an extended period of time.
Boo.
Yeah, definitely boo. And then we got one other injury, if you want to mention that.
And the Philadelphia 76ers star Tyrese Maxey has been diagnosed with a tendon injury in his right pinky finger and will be reevaluated in 3 weeks. Moving over to the NBA standings now. The Detroit Pistons are on top.
Woohoo! Let's go, Detroit! Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
They're 51-19. The Celtics are behind them, 4 games back at 47-23. The Knicks are behind them, 5.5 games back, 46-25. The Cavaliers are behind them, 44-27, 7.5 games back. And the Toronto Raptors are behind them, 39-30, 11.5 games back.
And the Western Conference, we've got the Thunder on top, of course, at 56-15. And they have won 11 straight, so they are on a tear right now.
Yeah, fuck them. And we beat them, though, when we had our best and they had their best.
And the Spurs are behind, 3 games behind at 53-18. Lakers are behind them, 10 games back at 46-25. And the Rockets are 43-27, 12.5 games back. And the Nuggets are way back, 13 games back at 43-28. Switching back to the Eastern Conference, we've got the Indiana Pacers, 15-56.
Yeah.
Wow, 211 winning percentage. They lost 16 in a row. Although the Wizards aren't that
They have
great.
more losses than they have wins.
The Wizards are only 1 game better than them. The Wizards have lost 15 in a row.
Well, it's probably why they let 83 points go to Bam.
That's true. That's why. Yeah.
No, Bam's also a gold medalist. I'm not going to talk down on him.
Yeah, but God, there's some really bad teams. The Nets are 17-53. They've only lost 6 in a row, so compared to 15 and 16 losses, not too bad. But holy shit, guys, pick it up. Actually, I don't care. They can lose as many games as they want, I guess.
Well, I mean, that just shows how good Tyrese Halliburton was. That team was in the NBA Finals last year, and now they're completely lost.
I know. It was such a bad break. That was in fact, when that game was happening, the finals happened, that was our very first podcast. Very first episode of Bill and Will.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was before you got brazen and started being rude to your father and not giving snacks in the podcast studio like you should.
That was never agreed upon.
I agreed upon it.
That's not how agreements work.
But I agreed upon it. Whatever. Anyway, that wraps it up for the NBA. We got a little bit of NHL news if you want to kick it off. Maybe, perhaps.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to just say no because you have an attitude. Switching over to the NHL, the Buffalo Sabres Tampa Bay Lightning game saw 15 combined goals and 28 total penalties. The NHL had not seen a game with 15 goals and 28 penalties since Blues Capitals on February 11th, 1993, with 16 goals and 28 penalties.
I like a good game with a lot of penalties because that means a lot of shit's going down. Additionally, the 15 goals and 102 penalty minutes total had not been reached in a game since the Penguins-Flyers playoff game of April 25th, 1989, where they had 17 goals and 130 penalty minutes. Damn.
Yeah, that's just
a lot of fighting going on in that game. I'd have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
We got so besides that, which would have been a fun game to see, we got some standings if you want to start it off.
Starting in the Atlantic Division, the Sabres are on top at 44-20-6. The Lightning are behind them at 43-21-4. The Montreal Canadiens are behind them at 38-21-10. And our Red Wings are terrible. And in the Metropolitan Division, the Hurricanes are on top at 44-19-6. The Penguins are behind them at 35-18-16, and the Blue Jackets are behind them at 37, 21, and 11.
And for the Western Conference, the Avalanche are on top with 45, 13, and 10 record. Followed by the Stars with a 43, 15, and 11. And the Wild at 40, 19, and 12. Oh, and sorry, that's the Central Division. Moving to the Pacific Division of the Western Conference, we have the Ducks on top at 38 and 27 and 4, followed by the Oilers 34, 28 and 9, and the Golden Knights are 31, 25 and 14. And that pretty much wraps it up for us, folks, other than we got some sad news, as you've already heard, I'm sure. Legendary actor and martial arts expert Chuck Norris has passed away at the age of 86. He was a Black Belt magazine actually credited Chuck Norris in their Hall of Fame with holding a 10th degree black belt, which is the highest possible honor. But yeah, he passed away. So, and he's a legend. And I mean, obviously he's a movie legend. He's known for his martial arts.
Stop King Kong Bundy from stopping one of the matches at WWE.
Well, he's actually also, WWE Hall of Fame, I believe, isn't he?
I think so. He should be.
Okay, sorry, just looked it up. No, he's not in the WWE Hall of Fame yet, but they're known for putting celebrities in. He was a special enforcer for the Undertaker versus Yokozuna casket match in 1994. But yeah, the guy's a legend.
I posted that yesterday on Twitter.
Yeah, and he's been involved in all kinds of things in his career, but still doing martial arts at 86. And his family had confirmed that he had a medical emergency in Hawaii, and he passed away. So our thoughts and prayers go out to his friends and family. And that wraps it up for us this week, folks. Thank you so much for joining us. So feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Why?
He did it.
I've been getting it right lately. Shut up. Anyway, despite my co-host being rude and not providing snacks like he should, thank you for joining us. And as always,
here's a random clip of the week.
Thank you.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Record this. I will kick your fucking ass.
You cry too much.